There's a piece inside your kitchen faucet right now that every single drop of water you drink passes through. Every glass of water you pour for your child, every pot of rice you boil, every bottle you fill for your baby. It has a screen inside it, and that screen has not been cleaned in years. Probably never. What is trapped inside that screen right now would make you gag. Brown sediment, calcium buildup, bacterial colonies, rust particles, all compacted into a mesh the size of a coin. The Environmental Protection Agency says you should clean it every single month, and nobody does. Not once a year, not once a decade. Most Americans do not even know this piece exists because they do not know the tip of their faucet unscrews. 99% of homeowners have never removed it, and a plumber will charge you $200 to unscrew it, rinse it for 5 seconds, and screw it back on. The replacement part costs $2 at any hardware store. $2 versus $200, that is a 100-to-1 savings ratio. This is the story of the most disgusting, most ignored, most profitable secret hiding at the end of your kitchen faucet. Welcome to Forbidden Camping. If these stories matter to you, the bell and the subscribe button are the best way to preserve this knowledge. This is where we open the vaults the industry locked shut. The piece is called an aerator, a small metal cylinder that screws onto the tip of your faucet spout. Inside it sits a fine mesh screen, a rubber washer, and a flow restrictor. The screen mixes air into the water stream, and that is why your faucet water comes out smooth instead of splashing everywhere. It also catches particles, sediment from the municipal water supply, rust flakes from aging copper pipes, calcium deposits from hard water. And that is where the nightmare begins, because everything the screen catches stays there, layer after layer, month after month, year after year. The aerator was not always standard equipment. In the early 1950s, American faucet manufacturers began including aerators as a water conservation feature, and the idea was elegant. Mix air into the stream, reduce actual water volume by up to 30%, and the user never notices the difference. By 1970, building codes across most states required aerators on all new residential faucets. The device worked exactly as designed. It saved water, reduced splashing, and filtered out visible debris. But nobody planned for what would happen over decades of continuous use in hard water conditions. And here is a detail that makes the history even darker. Before 1986, millions of American homes were built with lead solder connecting the copper pipes, lead fittings, all perfectly legal until the Safe Drinking Water Act amendments finally banned them. But the pipes are still there. And in homes built before 1986, tiny lead particles flake off the interior of the plumbing and travel with the water. And where do those particles end up? Trapped in the aerator screen. The EPA has stated directly that cleaning aerators can reduce lead exposure in older homes. A Reuters investigation found that 22 million Americans are served by water systems with lead violations. And the first physical barrier between lead-contaminated water and their drinking glass is a screen they have never cleaned. The aerator was designed to be a filter, and it works, but nobody told you to empty the filter. The United States Geological Survey has mapped water hardness across the entire country, and their data reveals something staggering. 85% of American homes have hard water. That means in 85 out of every 100 households, calcium and magnesium are depositing onto every surface the water touches. And the aerator screen, with its tiny mesh holes, is a natural mineral trap that collects calcium faster than almost any other surface in the plumbing system. Within 6 months of installation, a visible layer of a white crystalline deposit begins forming on the mesh. Within 2 years, the screen turns from silver to brown. And within 5 years, without cleaning, the screen is a compacted disk of calcium, sediment, rust, and something far worse, biofilm. This is where the science gets disturbing. The National Sanitation Foundation conducted a study on household contamination points, swabbing kitchen faucets, bathroom sinks, toilet handles, and cutting boards. The kitchen faucet ranked among the most contaminated surfaces in the average American home. Not the toilet, the faucet, the thing your drinking water flows through every single day. Biofilm is a colony of bacteria that forms on any surface that stays permanently wet, and it starts within 48 hours of moisture exposure. The bacteria attach to the surface, secrete a protective slime layer, and begin multiplying underneath that shield. Ordinary water flow does not remove biofilm, and chlorine from the municipal supply does not penetrate it. The slime layer acts as armor, protecting the colony underneath, while your water rushes past and picks up whatever breaks loose. And the aerator screen is the perfect biofilm habitat because it is always wet, always warm, and always has nutrients flowing through it in the form of organic particles in the water. Picture that screen right now, sitting at the tip of your kitchen faucet. Every morning you fill the coffee maker through that screen. Every evening you rinse the vegetables through that screen. And every time your child asks for a glass of water, it flows through that screen. And you have never once looked at what is living inside it. But it gets worse. The Centers for Disease Control specifically names faucet aerators as potential colonization sites for Legionella pneumophila, the bacterium that causes Legionnaire's disease, a severe form of pneumonia where 1 in 10 cases is fatal. The CDC recommends that healthcare facilities remove faucet aerators entirely in high-risk patient care areas because the colonization risk is that serious. Hospitals remove them, but your kitchen still has one, and it has never been cleaned. Now, before I continue, this video is just the surface. I have collected everything the plumbing industry does not want you to know, all in the complete Forbidden Camping Vault. How to diagnose hidden water contamination points that nobody checks, the $2 fixes that replace $200 plumber visits, bacterial hotspots in your kitchen that health inspectors would flag instantly, DIY water testing methods that labs charge hundreds for, emergency purification techniques that work without electricity or filters, and much more. Over 10 guides in one place, no fluff, straight to the point. The link is in the description. But stay here. The video is just getting started. Now let me show you the numbers that should make you angry. The average plumber charges between $100 and $350 for a service call, and the most common diagnosis for low kitchen water pressure is a clogged aerator. The plumber unscrews the tip of your faucet, rinses the screen underwater, screws it back on, and hands you a bill for $200. Total time to fix the problem, 30 seconds. The replacement aerator screen at Home Depot costs between $2 and $5, and a bottle of white vinegar to dissolve the calcium costs less than $1. You already have one in your pantry, meaning the total cost of doing this yourself is somewhere between $0 and $5. Now let me put this in perspective with the alternatives the industry wants you to buy instead. A whole house water filtration system costs between $500 and $3,000 installed. An undersink reverse osmosis filter runs $150 to $500, plus replacement cartridges every 6 months. And even a basic pitcher filter costs $30 to $40 upfront plus $50 a year in replacement filters. All of these products have their place, but none of them address the most basic contamination point in your kitchen, the screen at the tip of your faucet that costs $2 to replace. You could spend $3,000 on a whole house system and still have a filthy aerator screen delivering contaminated water to your glass. Because the filter industry does not mention this, selling you a $2 screen is not a business model. The plumbing industry generates over $130 billion annually in the United States alone. A significant portion of residential service calls involve problems that a homeowner could solve in under 5 minutes with information that costs nothing. But information that costs nothing cannot generate revenue, and what cannot generate revenue cannot be advertised. Think about every commercial you have seen for plumbing services. Not one of them says, check your aerator first. Not one of them says the tip of your faucet unscrews. Not one of them mentions the $2 screen that solves the most common kitchen faucet complaint in America. Because you cannot build a service industry on a problem that the customer can fix in 30 seconds. You cannot charge a dispatch fee, a diagnostic fee, and a labor fee for something that requires 0 tools and 0 training. You cannot patent a vinegar soak. You cannot create a subscription model around a screen that lasts years. You cannot generate recurring revenue from a homeowner who knows that their faucet tip unscrews. The entire residential plumbing service model depends on one thing: your ignorance about what the tip of your faucet does. And that ignorance has been spectacularly profitable. If you have made it this far, you already know more about what is inside your kitchen faucet than 99% of Americans. Subscribe and share this with someone who needs to remember what the plumbing industry made us forget. And remember, everything they buried is in the complete Forbidden Camping Vault. The link is in the description. Now stay with me, because the next part is the heaviest. Let me tell you what happens when you finally unscrew that tip. I asked 10 people in my neighborhood one simple question: does the tip of your kitchen faucet unscrew? 9 said no. 1 said, I think so, but I have never done it. And 10 out of 10 had never cleaned their aerator. That means right now, in roughly 90% of American households, a compacted layer of calcium, sediment, bacteria, and rust is sitting between the water supply and every glass, every pot, every baby bottle. And nobody's talking about it, not the water utility, not the faucet manufacturer, not the home inspector who checked your house before you bought it. Here's what the signs look like, and I guarantee you have noticed at least one. Your water pressure dropped over the past year or two, and you assumed it was the pipes getting old, but it was the aerator screen clogging with calcium one layer at a time. Your water started tasting slightly different, maybe metallic, maybe stale, and you blamed the municipal supply, but it was biofilm breaking loose from a screen that has not been cleaned since the faucet was installed. Your water stream started spraying sideways instead of flowing straight down, and that is not a broken faucet. That is calcium blocking individual holes in the mesh, forcing water through the remaining openings at uneven pressure. And here is the one that should haunt every parent watching this. If you have ever filled a bottle for your baby from the kitchen faucet, that water passed through a screen coated in years of bacterial biofilm, calcium deposits, and rust particles, every single drop. The formula you mixed so carefully, the water you heated to the perfect temperature, all of it filtered through a contamination layer you never knew existed. Now I need to be honest with you about something. Not every aerator is a biohazard. If you live in an area with soft water, your buildup will be mostly sediment, not heavy calcium. If your house is newer and the plumbing is copper or plastic, you will not have rust particles. And Legionella colonization in residential faucets, while documented, is far more common in large buildings with complex water systems, like hospitals and hotels. The average healthy adult is not at high risk from a dirty aerator. But that does not mean the aerator is clean. It does not mean the buildup is not there. And it does not change the fact that a $2 fix eliminates a problem that most Americans do not even know they have. So here is what to do, and it takes less than 5 minutes. Step 1. Locate the tip of your kitchen faucet, the cylindrical piece at the very end of the spout. Step 2. Grip it and twist counterclockwise, lefty-loosey, just like any screw. Most aerators come off by hand with a firm grip. If it is stuck from calcium buildup, wrap a cloth around it to protect the finish and use pliers with gentle pressure. If it is seriously cemented on, fill a plastic bag with white vinegar. Rubber band it around the faucet tip so the aerator is submerged, and wait 2 hours for the acid to dissolve the calcium seal, then twist. Step 3. Pull the aerator out. Hold it in your palm under good light and look at it. If it is brown, green, or has visible crusty deposits, congratulations, you just found the source of every water complaint you have had for years. Run a cotton swab around the inside of the screen, and if it comes out brown or black, that is the biofilm and sediment residue that your drinking water has been flowing through. Tap the aerator gently over a white piece of paper, watch the particles fall out, and understand that those particles were in your water yesterday and the day before, and every day since you moved in. Step 4. Drop the aerator into a cup of pure, undiluted white vinegar from your pantry and let it soak for 30 to 60 minutes. The acetic acid dissolves calcium carbonate on contact, and you will see the vinegar turn cloudy as the mineral deposits break apart. After soaking, scrub the screen with an old toothbrush to remove any remaining residue. Rinse everything under clean water and run the cotton swab test again. This time, it should come out white. Step 5. If the screen is too corroded, too damaged, or too far gone to clean properly, go to any hardware store. A universal replacement aerator screen costs between $2 and $3. Home Depot carries them, Lowe's carries them, even most dollar stores carry them. Bring your old one to match the thread size, though most residential kitchen faucets use a standard diameter. Step 6. Screw the clean or new aerator back onto the faucet tip, clockwise, hand tight. Turn on the water and watch what happens next, because this is the moment that makes the entire video worth it. The water pressure difference is instant, and it is dramatic. Where you had a weak, uneven, sideways spraying trickle, you now have a strong, uniform, powerful stream. Same faucet, same pipes, same house. The only thing that changed was a $2 screen. That is the fix a plumber charges $200 for, 30 seconds of work, and a part that costs less than a cup of coffee. Now do every faucet in your house. Walk to the bathroom sink, check the bathtub faucet, the laundry room faucet, every fixture with running water. They are all collecting the same buildup. And while the kitchen is the priority because that is where your drinking and cooking water comes from, every faucet in your home has the same hidden screen with the same hidden problem. Set a reminder on your phone for every 3 months. The EPA says monthly, and they are technically right, but every 3 months is a sustainable habit that keeps the buildup from ever reaching dangerous levels again. And in hard water areas, shorten that to every 6 to 8 weeks. And here is one more thing that nobody mentions. If you are a renter, your landlord has never cleaned the aerators in your apartment. Not before you moved in, not between the last tenant and you, not ever. Think about how many people have lived in that unit before you, how many years that screen has been accumulating everything the water carries. The previous tenant drank through it, the tenant before them drank through it, and now you and your family are drinking through the same uncleaned screen that has been collecting deposits since the faucet was installed, possibly a decade ago, possibly longer. Landlords are not required to clean aerators between tenants in any state. It is not on any move and checklist. It is not part of any habitability inspection, and no property management company in the country includes it in turnover maintenance. That means if you rent your home, tonight is the first time that screen has ever been touched. And if you just bought a home, the home inspector who charged you $400 to evaluate every system in the house did not check the aerator either. Not one screen, not one faucet, not one mentioned in the report. Now think about this for a moment. You just learned something that changes how you interact with your kitchen faucet for the rest of your life. A piece of knowledge so simple, so fundamental, that it should be printed on every faucet box sold in America, but it is not, because the plumbing industry does not profit from informed homeowners. The water filter industry does not profit from a homeowner who knows the first line of defense is a $2 screen, and the faucet manufacturers do not lose anything by keeping you ignorant. $200 per call, multiplied by millions of clogged aerators across the country, that is not a maintenance issue. That is a business model built on the assumption that you will never look at the tip of your own faucet. This knowledge did not disappear. It was never given to you in the first place. No owner manual explains it clearly. No home inspector checks it during a sale. No landlord cleans them between tenants. The information existed the whole time, sitting in EPA documents and CDC guidelines that nobody reads, waiting for someone to pull it out and say it plainly. Go to your kitchen right now, grip the tip of your faucet, and twist it counterclockwise. When you see what comes out, you will understand why this video exists. Your faucet unscrews, the screen inside is filthy, clean it or replace it for $2, and do it tonight. If this video opened something for you, subscribe and share it with everyone you know, your parents, your siblings, anyone with a kitchen faucet, which is everyone. Every share preserves what the plumbing industry never wanted you to learn, and every subscription keeps this vault open for the next secret they are hoping you never find. The next vault opens soon, and what is inside is even heavier. Do not drink another glass of water until you check.